Before anything is seen, it is heard. A sharp metallic click cuts through the water, then another, then a rapid series, louder, faster, closer. To most creatures in the ocean, that sound means one thing. Something is hunting, not just any predator, but one of the most powerful hunters ever to exist. The sperm whale does not chase like sharks. It does not rely on speed like dolphins. It hunts in darkness, using sounds so intense it can disorient, track, and overwhelm prey from a distance. And when it decides to attack, there is almost nothing in the ocean that can stop it. Because this is not just another marine animal. This is a predator built for the deepest, most hostile parts of the ocean. A creature so dominant, so uniquely equipped that even other apex predators avoid crossing its path. And once you understand how it hunts, you begin to understand why, in the deep ocean, silence isn't safety, it's fear. A predator unlike any other. The sperm whale is the largest toothed predator on Earth. Males can grow over 16 meters long, weighing more than 40 tons. But its true power isn't just its size, it's what lies inside its head. Nearly 1/3 of its body is made up of a massive structure filled with a waxy substance known as spermaceti. This organ plays a critical role in how the whale produces sound, and sound in the deep ocean is everything. Because at depths where light disappears, vision becomes useless. Hunting becomes a matter of detection, precision, and control, and the sperm whale has mastered all three. It emits a series of powerful clicks, focused bursts of sound that travel through water, bounce off objects, and return as echoes. This is echolocation, but in sperm whales, it operates at an entirely different level. Their clicks are among the loudest biological sounds ever recorded, capable of exceeding 230 decibels. That is not just loud, it is overwhelming. To prey in the deep, these clicks are not just signals, they are pressure waves, and when those waves get close enough, they don't just reveal the prey, they disrupt it. The deep-sea battlefield. The sperm whale does not hunt near the surface, it descends deep, often beyond 1,000 meters, sometimes reaching depths greater than 2,000 meters, entering regions of the ocean where few predators can operate. This is the domain of giant squid, creatures that can grow to enormous sizes, with tentacles lined with suction cups capable of gripping with incredible force. For most animals, encountering a giant squid would be fatal. For the sperm whale, it is a target. The deep ocean becomes a battlefield between two giants, but it is not an equal fight, because the whale arrives prepared. Its echolocation allows it to detect prey long before contact. Its massive lungs and oxygen storage enable it to stay submerged for over an hour, and its body is built to absorb pressure, to maneuver in darkness, and to strike with force. When the encounter happens, it is sudden. The squid reacts, extending its tentacles, attempting to latch on to defend itself. But the whale closes in, jaws opening, teeth locking onto its prey. The struggle is intense. Scars found on sperm whales, circular marks left by squid suction cups, are evidence of these encounters. But the outcome is almost always the same. The whale wins. And this is where its reputation begins. Because in the deep ocean, very few creatures are capable of hunting something as powerful as a giant squid. The sperm whale does it regularly. Sound as a weapon. The clicks of a sperm whale are not random. They are controlled, focused, and adapted for different stages of the hunt. At a distance, the whale emits slower clicks, scanning the environment. As it approaches its target, the clicks become faster, forming what is known as a buzz. This rapid sequence allows for precise tracking. But the intensity of these sounds has led scientists to consider something more. At close range, these clicks may not just locate prey, they may affect it. The pressure from such intense sound waves could disorient smaller organisms, making them easier to capture. While the full extent of this effect is still being studied, one thing is clear. The sperm whale does not rely on vision. It controls its environment through sound. And in the deep ocean, sound travels far, which means its presence is known long before it arrives. A hunter with no natural enemy. In most ecosystems, even apex predators face threats, but the sperm whale exists in a unique position. Fully grown adults have almost no natural predators. The only known threat comes from groups of orca, killer whales, that may target calves or weakened individuals. But even then, these encounters are rare and risky, because a full-grown sperm whale is not an easy target. Its size, strength, and defensive behavior make it one of the most formidable animals in the ocean. When threatened, sperm whales have been observed forming defensive circles, protecting their young with coordinated movements. They are not just hunters. They are intelligent, social, and capable of strategic behavior. And this combination, size, intelligence, and dominance, places them at the top of the deep-sea food chain. The moment everything changes, imagine the deep ocean, dark, silent, Still, a giant squid drifts through the water, sensing its environment through subtle vibrations. There is no light, no sound. Then a click. It echoes through the water. The squid reacts instantly. It knows something is out there. The clicks continue. Faster now. Closer. The water around it seems to tighten. Pressure builds, not from depth, but from movement. And then a shadow appears, too large, too fast. The squid attempts to react, extending its tentacles, but it's too late. The whale strikes, jaws close. The struggle lasts seconds, and then silence returns. This is not a rare event. It is a repeated pattern. Across the deep ocean, encounters like this happen again and again. And each time, they reinforce a single reality. The sperm whale is not just a predator. It is a force. The ripple effect of fear. In ecosystems, fear shapes behavior. Prey species adapt to avoid predators. They change their movement patterns, their feeding habits, their entire existence based on the presence of a threat. And in the deep ocean, the sperm whale creates that effect. Its presence influences where organisms move. When they move, how they behave. Because sound travels far in water, the clicks of a sperm whale can be detected over long distances. This creates a zone of awareness, a region where prey species become cautious, where movement slows, where survival depends on avoiding detection. This is not fear in the emotional sense. It is a biological response, an adaptation to a predator that cannot be escaped once it gets close. What makes it so different? Many predators rely on speed, others rely on stealth, some depend on numbers. The sperm whale relies on control. It controls its environment through sound. It controls its depth through physiology. It controls its prey through precision, and it operates in a part of the ocean where few others can function effectively. This combination makes it unique because it is not limited to one method of hunting. It has adapted to dominate an entire vertical range of the ocean, from the surface to the deepest hunting grounds. And that level of dominance is rare. Not just a hunter. Despite its reputation, the sperm whale is not constantly aggressive. It spends long periods diving, feeding, and resting. It communicates with others through complex patterns of clicks known as codas. These are not random sounds. They are structured, consistent, and appear to function as a form of communication. This suggests something deeper: intelligence, social structure, coordination. The same creature capable of hunting giant squid in total darkness is also capable of communication, cooperation, and long-term social bonds. And this adds another layer to its presence, because it is not just powerful, it is aware. The ocean's deepest authority. The idea that the entire ocean is terrified of sperm whales is not literal, but it reflects something real, a recognition of dominance. In the deep ocean, where survival depends on adaptation, efficiency, and awareness, the sperm whale represents the peak of all three. It is not just large, it is not just strong. It is perfectly adapted for its environment, and in that environment, it has no equal. The silence after the clicks. When the clicks stop, the ocean becomes quiet again. Movement returns. Patterns resume. Life continues. But something is changed, because every encounter leaves an imprint. A reminder that in the darkness, there is something larger, something that hunts without being seen, something that does not need light and does not miss. The sperm whale is not just another creature in the ocean. It is a presence, one that defines the deep, not through constant action, but through the possibility of it. And in a place where survival depends on awareness, that possibility is enough. Because in the deep ocean, you don't need to see the predator to know it's there.